100 Gang, it's your boy 100 Gang Nate, back at it again today with a new video. And if you're new to the channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. If you've been with the channel for a while, I really appreciate it. And we're getting really close to 1,000 subscribers, so I really want to say thank you to everybody that's been joining in and tuning into the videos. I'm so grateful for that. It's always been a big goal of mine to reach that 1,000, and I'm so happy that we're nearing it. And today I want to talk about something that's a little bit off topic. It's not off topic, but it's a little bit different. I want to talk about manifestation. You know, we got the big Z right here. And I put a poll up the other day and I asked you guys if you believe in manifestation. Some of y'all said y'all didn't, some of y'all said y'all did, some of y'all said y'all heard some stuff about it. Now I know for me being a man, I'm pretty sure we got some ladies out there in the crowd. There's some ladies in there, y'all holler, y'all get in the comments. I think it's for a man, it's harder for us to accept stuff like manifestation and stuff like that. At least it is for me. And who actually got me into manifestation and stuff like that is my wife. She put me on game. And I'm just tell y'all some stuff that worked for me. And I ain't talking about, when I talk about manifestation, I ain't talking about sitting on the couch and like twiddling your thumbs and doing some hums and then hoping that something happens for you. I'm talking about putting in the work, putting that intention out and watching that intention happen through your work. So we're gonna get into that, and I'm gonna tell y'all how I manifested my 2022 Rapid Blue Chevrolet Camaro ZL1 1LE. Y'all know I can't talk. But before we do that, let's go ahead and get this cold started. Let's go. All right, so guys, my manifestation journey starts about, I would say 3 or 4 years ago. And it started with a conversation with my wife. Like we were in a room one time and she was telling me how like manifestation is real. And I'm like, man, I don't believe in none of that, you know, that magical stuff, blah, blah, blah. She was like, hey, just write something down, write something random down, put in attention towards it like you want it to happen, but then just forget about it. And I was like, all right, whatever, bro. I'll put something random down and we'll see what happens. Now, the thing that I put down at the time was I wanted to meet Logan Paul, because I thought it was one of the most random things ever. And I thought at the time, I thought he was one of the most corniest dudes on the internet at the time. So I was like, hey, let me put down his name. There's no way I'm gonna ever meet this guy. So I put down the name, whatever, boom. Literally, probably about 8 to 10 months later, I met Logan and I'm at his house. I met Jake and I'm at their house. And we know each other by first name basis. And I was like blown away because later I saw the notebook where I had wrote down the name. And so to me, that was just like, what? Like, what's the chances of that? Like, you know what I mean? I'm still like, I still have my doubts. So we go back to like, I take it to like 2019. That's the first time I ever saw ZL1. It was a shock yellow ZL1. I actually put up some pictures of it. I actually still have pictures of the first ZL1 1LE that I saw. So I went to the dealership. I went up there, saw the car, and the sales guy, he's trying to sell me the car at the time. And I'm just like, no, you know, I don't want the car. You know, that's a heavy payment for me right now. Well, in terms of what I wanted to do, I didn't want it. I had the credit, I had everything to do it, but I just didn't want to do it for some reason. So I remember seeing the car and I was just like, hey, you know, I'm going to get that car one day probably. I was like, I'm not sure, but probably one day I'll probably get that car. I'm not sure if I want it or not yet. And that time I couldn't drive manual or nothing, but you know, the car that we rode in that day was a manual. So fast forward another year faster. I put the link down. I actually made a video of me reviewing a Camaro ZL1 1LE. It was a white one. And then Sapphire and my wife Marie were also there in that video. You'll see that. And I remember seeing it. And that's the first time I was like, hey, I think I actually want to get this car. And in that video, I actually say how I want to get that car at the end of the year. Now, it didn't happen at that end of the year, but it ended up happening. So I wasn't able to get it that exact year when I said I wanted to get it. But fast forward like a year and a half later, and here I am in my own ZL1 1LE. And the reason I feel like these things have happened, I really believe it happened because I did speak them into existence as well as working. And I just want to tell y'all some of the techniques I use, because for a moment in my life I felt like, well, technically they say that in the world of manifestation that you're always manifesting, no matter what, whether you're aware of it or you're not. Like whatever your thoughts and your main beliefs are, that's what you're gonna get. If you think about negativity, you're gonna get negative. A big concept of it is basically you want to speak whatever you know you want to happen. So if you want positive things to happen, you need to be saying positive things, and you don't use words like I will. You say I am. And so I've been doing that a lot, and I've honestly been getting a lot of results. And I feel like if you have a situation in your life where you feel like you keep having the same experiences and you keep going through the same things, but you work very hard, I think you should try to implement, you know, a little bit of manifestation in there. Just talk to yourself positively and tell yourself that you are smart, that you are capable, that you will accomplish whatever so-and-so goal, that you will make so-and-so amount of money. and I feel like things will start to open up for you, and you'll see life a little bit different. It helped me a lot, you know. Obviously this is happening. I made Logan Paul, I made Jake Paul, and some other things that have happened. So for me right now, sometimes I still be like kind of iffy on it, because I don't know how something's supposed to happen. But they say that's part of manifestation. Like, you're not gonna know how it's gonna happen. You just have to believe it. So I really want to encourage you guys to like start speaking it a little bit. And if you have any manifestation stories, get in the comments and let us know, because I don't want to sound like a crazy madman telling you this, but I feel like it's something that's really effective. But guys, you have to be very, very intentional with your words. And a lot of times we speak with a lot of emotion and we don't really recognize it, and we're speaking negatively. We're speaking very negative. So you want to be very positive in terms of your words. Like, you want to speak positive things with positive affirmations, and you want to put a lot of energy behind it when you're saying it. Like, you want to say, you know, I am this, I am that, but you don't want to say I never will do this, or I never will do that, or I hate this, or I hate that, because those things usually come to fruition. So you want to be super, super intentional with your words. I actually have a dude, like when I made that video that I told y'all about when I made it in 2020, it was a guy named Edgar Sanchez. He actually said, hey, focus on the goal and you go get it, or something along those lines. I put a screenshot and I was like, yeah, I'm definitely gonna go get it, and then I did. And here we go with the 2022 ZL1 Elite Rapid Blue. So I want you guys to really, really tune in and think about what you talk to yourself. No, I mean, listen to how you talk to yourself. And I think you'll really see some changes in your life if you start being intentional with your words, being intentional with your thoughts, and speaking positive about yourself. You know, we live in a world already that's very hard. I don't think we should speak to ourselves negatively, and we should speak to ourselves positively. And I feel like that's going to make a huge change in all of y'all lives. It did in mine, and it's still making changes in mine. And I feel like that's how I was able to manifest this car and manifest many other things in my life. So y'all let me know y'all manifestation stories if y'all have some, and if y'all are still interested in manifestation, you know, I'll try to give y'all as many tips as I know, you know, because I'm still in the beginning of my journey too. But like I always say, I appreciate you guys for tuning into the video. And if you're new to the channel, go ahead and subscribe. If you've been with it for a while, I really, really appreciate it. It means the world to me. And go ahead and go to 100gangclothing.com, pick up some merch, and I'll see you guys again soon. Let's go.